Aeronautical charts. When you first learn to fly, you learn to fly visual flight rules, VFR, which basically means you look out the window to see and avoid other aircraft. It's like driving a car, except pilots can also have air traffic controllers looking out for them. If you choose to further your flight training, you learn instrument flight rules, IFR, which basically means you can fly without looking out the windows. This advanced training enables you to fly through the clouds by using your flight instruments to determine what you need to do to get to where you want to go. Until 1929, there was no IFR. Pilots could only fly where and when they could see and avoid other aircraft. Airspace was uncontrolled. But when inexpensive flight instruments were developed, pilots could fly where they could not see and get where they wanted to go as long as they could avoid collisions. As technology improved, some airspace became controlled, and air traffic controllers advised pilots in that airspace with collision avoidance. As instruments became more sophisticated and airspace became more crowded, controlled airspace became more complicated. Larger airports built control towers to keep airplanes separated. Airspace classifications were developed so pilots would know where they could fly based on flight rules. Aeronautical charts provide information to pilots about the location of airports and the classification of airspace around the airports, so pilots can plan their flights and stay safe. This South Carolina Aeronautical Chart contains details about the public use airports in South Carolina. Using the chart, pilots can determine the exact latitude and longitude of the airport. Each airport has a diagram showing how the runways are laid out and what resources, such as fuel and restaurants, are available. They show things like hard surface runways greater than 8,069 feet, hard surface runways between 1,500 and 869 feet, populated areas, VFR checkpoints. Blue indicates a control tower on some of the symbols. Airway, which is like a highway in the sky. Airspace around the airport shown inside a magenta colored ring. Magenta indicates no control tower. It shows obstructions and group obstructions less than 1,000 feet. Private airport other than hard surface runways, and in some cases grass runways, are also reflected.